there. There we go. Welcome, everybody. I know it's been like quite a while since we had a call. I think we all, July was a lot, and then now we have wonderful August that has been full of getting back to work for a lot of us who are teachers, and those who have kids are also in the same boat. So thank you for joining us tonight. We are super excited to share about some of the awesome things that are coming with doTERRA, and we've been learning as much as we could up until this point to share with you and also get you excited. So I'm going to pass it to Ray, actually.
Oh, okay. Yay. Hi, everybody. All right. So as the slide says, did you know that your metabolism influences so many different factors? So tonight's call is going to be a lot about our new products that are coming out, which are super exciting me. Okay, let's. So this is the whole system, and it's called the MetaPWR system. And we're going to learn a lot about it during convention, whether you are going to convention live or going virtually. Okay, so to start, I'd like to start with giving you some whys, like what's the data? You know how much we all love data. So, okay, so in Hawaii, where they're looking at what are the top leading causes of death. And if you can see, it's not surprising, right? Heart disease, cancer, stroke, accidents. I was kind of surprised that accidents were so high up there in Hawaii's top 10. Alzheimer's, chronic lower respiratory disease, COVID-19, diabetes, influenza and pneumonia, and kidney disease. Now, I want to take a look. Kate, can you jump to the next one? Thanks. Okay, so taking a look at the diabetes. No, not that one, the one above. Thanks. So diabetes is the 8th leading cause of death in Hawaii, and it directly impacts many of the other diseases. So that's what I thought was, oh, that's interesting, because I never really thought about it. Like when I think about these diseases, I think about them separately, not how they each contribute to each other. Oh, before I go on, I want to say that I'm totally riffing off of Jake Reese's presentation that he did last week, Wednesday, because it just blew my mind. So I took a bunch of screenshots, and I'm just going to give a quick synopsis of what he shared with us. Okay, so anyway, getting back. So diabetes is the 8th leading cause, but it directly impacts many of these other diseases, which I thought was kind of surprising. And he asked us, what would happen if we better managed our glucose levels? Like, how might that lower the risk of all those other diseases? Which got me to thinking, because when I think about it, you guys, how many people are on this list, right? People in your family, friends, and I thought, wow, the potential of helping people is so great. Okay, next. So then he shared about this report, and you can get this online. It's called The Burden of Diabetes in Hawaii, and it talks about specifically, diabetes. Remember that top 10 list that I just shared? So a lot of those serious complications are on the top 10 list. If you look at this, I know the report is too teeny weeny to see. So on the left, you have some of the overview, like approximately 11.2% of our population in Hawaii are diagnosed with diabetes. 39,000 have diabetes and don't know about it. That's a scary one to me. 37% of adults have pre-diabetes. I was once diagnosed with pre-diabetes before I went on LLV. 10,041 diagnosed with diabetes annually, so incoming. So when you think about it, the cost is like estimated at $1.5 billion for our state. And the serious complications from it include heart disease, stroke, amputation, end-stage kidney disease, blindness, and death. So that's kind of like scary. So again, thinking about that top 10 list, a lot of the serious complications from the top 10 list are listed here with this diabetes report. So, here's the correlation, between what we can focus in on and really try to make a difference in. Because, you can't focus on everything, right? I know we try to learn about all of this and our oils and everything. But really, if we focus in on the kind of big bang for your buck sort of thing, diabetes affects so many people and in so many different ways, right? So here's some takeaways. Some of the takeaways would be then refine our focus. Narrow it in, so you're not doing everything, but narrow it in. Educating, of course, our customers and our communities about the product and the protocols that best meet their needs. Identifying ways to increase awareness and education about LLV, which is still foundational, and holding strategy sessions like in your wellness consults, being mindful in your wellness consults to address the specific needs of our customers. Okay. All right. So our bodies, so just consider this, that our bodies need both macronutrients, which are like carbs, proteins, and fats, and micronutrients, that vitamins and minerals. And we already have this product, of LLV, of the micronutrients, right? But think of the macronutrients as, in Jake's words, he said, they are emboldened by metabolic health. So emboldened, made stronger, right, through metabolic health. So then that leads to the question, well, what does that mean? What is metabolic health? And why do we need one or the other? Like I've been sharing about the MetaPWR coming out, and I don't know too much about it because we haven't learned yet, but I've been sharing about it, and somebody did ask me, but does that mean that replaces LLV? So I thought, wow, how do you answer that? Well, this is the answer, that in order for our bodies to perform optimally, we need both macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, you can do LLV without the MetaPWR, or you can do the MetaPWR without the LLV, and you'll be pretty good. But the key word here is optimally. And so for our bodies to perform optimally, we need both of them. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? I'm like speed talking. Yes? No? Okay, jump on if you have questions, just like butt in and tell me. All right, so this is important, I think, because LLV is foundational. Okay. All right. So then, doTERRA is launching this cutting edge system, which Kate is going to tell you about in a little bit. But it says here, to optimize your metabolic health. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I think about metabolic health, it's kind of like this ambiguous thing for me that we use. We use the term a lot, and I use it kind of synonymously with energy, with having enough energy to use up what we, use up the calories we take in, things like that. But it's so much more than that. Okay. Oh, we can skip that one. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. Next, the blue one. Okay, so what is metabolic health? Metabolic health is, in one definition, is looking at all the components of it that kind of give you a profile of it. And so it's having ideal levels, and that's the key word there, ideal levels of blood sugar, triglycerides, high density lipoprotein, cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol, blood pressure, the ideal levels of blood pressure, and waist circumference without using medication. So, thinking, wow, if you think about all of those factors and ask yourself, do you know people who have ideal levels of all of that and have a really, healthy waist, right? So minimal belly fat without using medications. Okay, so if that's metabolic health, you think about metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. So we all have an age, right? We get a birthday every year and we get older, and that's our chronological age. But we're talking about your biological age. So how, I don't know, have you taken surveys or, those little quiz things that says, what's your real age? Has anyone done that? Raise your hand if you've done that. Yeah, okay. Did your real age come out like younger, older, or spot on? Or does it change depending on your lifestyle? So the metabolic health and your biological age go hand in hand. One of the things that one of the speakers, who was it? It was, what's her name? Emily Wright. And she made a really great comment. And I thought, wow, I got to remember that. But of course, I forgot it. But it had to do with, in today's world, we are living longer, right? Because of technology and better medicine and everything and more awareness, people are living longer. But that's not necessarily meaning that people's quality of health are great all the way to the end. So if you think about your biological age, wouldn't it be wonderful to live a long life and live well to the end? And so this is kind of what it's all about here, right? So one thing to keep in mind about your metabolic health and your biological age is that every time your blood sugar spikes, you age. You're aging yourself. That kind of made me go, holy smokes. Okay, and the opposite applies at the same time too. So the opposite applies for every time it dips as well. So peaks and valleys are not good for you. So then ask yourself, okay, so what makes glucose levels go up? Put in the chat, what do you think makes glucose levels go up? What's the first thing that pops to your mind? Okay, I see sugar, stress, unhealthy habits. Like what, Sage? What kind of unhealthy habits? Eating sweet foods, not enough sleep. Okay, so yes, all of that makes your glucose levels go up. So the one that really surprised me, I always think of glucose levels and diet and glucose levels and exercise, but I didn't think about the stress one. And so another fact is that higher levels of stress and duress also make glucose levels go up. So now think about it, ladies. What are the implications when it comes to mind and mood? with managing your glucose levels. What are the implications for us? Do we have products that help people manage their mind and mood? Yes, we have outstanding products that manage mind and mood. Adaptive, yes, already clinically researched. Balance. So many of our oils, and that's one of the superpowers, right, of our essential oils, of our pure essential oils. Yes, Kate, and Serenity. Also helps us go to sleep, stay asleep. Well, there's many factors that affect our glucose levels. So the goal for us is to keep it balanced. So, to not have the peaks and the dips, but living the kind of busy lifestyle we have, I don't know about you guys, but I need support for that, for not having those peaks and dips. Okay. Click. Thanks. So another thing to consider is that 93.2% of our adult population do not have optimal metabolic health. That's like a crazy number. That's 13 out of every 14 people. And again, we're talking about optimal metabolic health. And so in the small print there, that's adiposity. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that means weight, being overweight. Blood glucose, blood lipids, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health. So all of those were the measures of having optimal metabolic health. Okay. So testimonials. Okay, so doTERRA got like 150 people. I think they were like founders and leaders in doTERRA, and they all did this trial run for 30 days, and they made a commitment to eat better, exercise, rest, and take this MetaPWR system. And so when it was all done, they went and interviewed some of them, and well, actually all of them. And here are just a few testimonials by the people who participated in it. Many of them were like begging for one more month with the product, because I think it just ended, and that it's not going to be available to everyone till next month. So many of them were begging for it. There was one woman who was interviewed who said that going through this MetaPWR system made her just as excited as the first day that she tried oils. When she first tried oils, it helped her, and it was surprising for her, and it just gave her so much hope. And that's what these products did for her. I think it was pretty unanimous. Everyone that we've heard speak said the first thing they noticed was an increased energy and better sleep at night. Better body definition. So it's not so much about the weight, but about muscle tone. And a lot of people mentioned clarity, brain clarity, and the ability to focus. By week 3, people were asking questions. So people were posting their results on social media and whatnot. And they said by week 3, people were noticing differences in them, how they were changing, and they were asking a lot of questions. Overall improved skin, increased relief for post-workout for those of you who work out, which we will all join the workout club, hopefully. Okay, one, I thought this was interesting. The husband said that he was now more inclined to jump in. Like, he wanted to do the business, and he said because just using these products, he can build a whole business just with the MetaPWR system. And number 10, more energy for me, Yazesh. It was like, this was a mommy, and she said that she noticed that she was a more patient, kind mommy to her family. That, oh. Okay, So thinking of all of this, there are many opportunities, right? With all these different challenges that we talked about with the blood glucose and everything, that gives us opportunities to help people. So here are some ideas. When they also interviewed the same, they interviewed the leaders and asked them, what kind of ideas were they thinking of as they're taking this system, as they're using the system? The one that many agreed on was prepare as many people as possible to attend convention, virtual or in person. And we all know that is like the ultimate. When you do convention, that's an immersion, as Tony Robbins says. If you want in-depth change, immersion is the way to go. And so that's where you can learn a lot, right? So virtual and in person. So I know that, it's not too late to attend. The second, host a convention launch party. So this other person said she's getting as many people as she can to do convention, both virtual and live. And they're all making a commitment to get 2 convention kits. So 1 convention kit for themselves, and the other convention kit, they're going to divvy up between 3 people and have them do a study with them so that they can experience it. I thought, wow, that's a cool idea. The third one, ask people if they'd be open to try a new product. This was a Gen X, so Gen Z, or wait, what do you call them? Gen Z. So this was a Gen Z dude who says that's how he's going to do it. Is he's just going to ask people if they'd be open to it, tell them the benefits, and all that, and then provide a money back guarantee, because he, after experiencing it, he said it was that good. Just like LLV, it's that good. Testimonies, of course. So gather up as many stories like those, those other testimonies that we just read off. Educate. This was feedback from a group of doctors who went through the program. So they said that's their approach, is that they're going to educate, and they said they're going to hold classes twice a month. Another one is have people do your lab work so you can identify your metabolic score. Isn't that cool? Like, we could all do that, It's not that many things to test for. So yeah, I made an appointment to get my blood work done because I want to compare. Okay, number 7, accountability. So have an accountability partner to do it with you so you can talk to each other, because as you know, wellness is a lifestyle. So this MetaPWR system is you're going to use the system, but of course you want to incorporate all the lifestyle benefits that you can, or lifestyle habits rather, right? Like the exercise, the rest, the eating sensibly. But they said they're not asking people to diet or anything, just in moderation. Number 8, create text classes. So on MetaPWR, so that's like those little bursts of text messages for education. So small bursts of to teach people. And number 9 is to teach the MetaPWR lifestyle. So some people are going all out, and they're going to help other people create like a meal plan, a workout plan, things like that. Okay, if you know anyone on our team that could help with these things, like a meal plan and workout plan, that'd be pretty awesome, right? Yeah, I'm not. Don't look at me. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And then the next opportunity, strategic opportunity, kind of needed a whole page by itself. So what this person did is they decided to do a like LLV challenge. So take care of your foundation first. And so for 1 month, started in mid-August to mid-September, she had a team of people to just do LLV. And what she did to support them was give them education, in posts and emails and all about LOV and the benefits of our wellness lifestyle. You know, like what is that? What do we call that? You know, the ones that you get the kit, the Daily Habits kit, the Dr. Hill plan.
Like the wellness pyramid?
Yeah, well, yes, a wellness pyramid. But you know, when you get the Daily Habits one, they say, okay, you put balance under your feet, right? When you take your TB Assist, take your Terrazyme with your meals, take your
Kind of like a protocol.
Yeah, and it uses everything in that kit. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, LOV. So so that's what she's doing with them with the LOV challenge. And then after convention, then they're all going to do a 30-day focus study with the MetaPWR. And then, you know, and create a little private group and do all of that. Okay, so our upline, our upline is doing this. They're creating a post-convention study group with the visionary leaders. So we do have a community that's starting it that we all have access to, that will be joined by the naturopaths like Dr. Josie and acupuncturists. And so I think it'll be an interesting group to learn with. Okay.
All right, thanks, Ray. Is that the end of your part?
Yes, it is. That was a lot. Sorry, guys, I was talking a mile a minute, but I wanted to squeeze it all in.
I know that's a lot of great info, and I'm so glad you shared some of that with us because I didn't make that call with Jake. So thank you. I really appreciated hearing some of that just background knowledge on kind of the why of this program. And I feel like we're going to learn more and more about it. So I'm going to just share a little bit more just about the individual products that are coming with this system, which are listed here. You've probably already kind of heard about some of them, either online or maybe you came on our last call. But anyway, this is the MetaPWR Metabolic Blend, and it is in oil. It's a blend just like any other blend, but this blend was created to really support our metabolism. And it is, we have a little criteria here, little dots here, inhibits fat cell maturation, which means inhibits fat cells maturing, which we don't want any of those fat cells maturing. No, thank you. It also curbs cravings and it supports metabolic health. So you're probably thinking, don't we already have an oil blend like that? We kind of do. It's called Slim and Sassy. So this is actually a reformulated Slim and Sassy. Ray's holding it up. She loves to like take that after meals. I need to be better about that. But it is the same oils that are in Slim and Sassy. However, it's just a different ratio of each of those that they have determined is more supportive of all of these things that we are looking forward to. So they have put it in a 15 ml bottle. We also have beadlets. We have soft gels. And then we also have this great MetaPWR, and I can't even say that word, satiety gum, gum to help you curb those cravings. So I'm looking forward to trying that as well. So that's that part of the system. And then in addition, here, and I think these are the capsules, I think they break them down. This metabolic assist, this one in specific decreases post-meal glucose spikes, which Ray just talked about that. Every time those spikes happen, we age. That's like jarring to me. I'm like, what? I don't want that. And I know I'm always stressed. So I need to calm it down with my oils better. This also supports healthy insulin sensitivity. It supports healthy blood sugar responses, and it also stabilizes energy levels throughout the day. And I think we all definitely need that, especially toward the end of the day when we still have a million things to do when we get home from work. That's me, at least. And then this is another part of the system, which is kind of all the rage. This is MetaPWR Advantage, which is collagen with NMN, which, sorry, I'm like tripping over my letters. I had a hard time saying that when I was a kid, that my M's and N's. But anyway, we're learning a lot about collagen because I haven't taken collagen. I've heard about it from a lot of different people, and it hasn't been part of something I've added to my wellness routine. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a try as part of the whole system. I actually was pretty lucky. Liza gave me a sample of this a couple weeks ago, so I got to try it. And it actually has a nice kind of citrusy flavor. And I took it just with plain water to try it out, just to get the real taste of it. I think I would want to add it to my greens or my fiber next time I take it. With water is okay. It was just, I wanted a little more flavor, but together would be great. But the power of this collagen is that it promotes healthy biological aging and improves health span, which we definitely want to have a great health span and optimal health for as long as possible. Activates longevity genes, improves cognitive function, supports lean muscle and connective tissue, and improves skin elasticity and firmness. Yes, I definitely need the cognitive function and that skin a lot in addition to all the things. So I'm looking forward to trying this. And for those of you who are on a collagen, it's a marine-based collagen, just to kind of give some more info. And I know we'll get even more soon. I know if you are on a collagen already, maybe pop that in the chat. All right, so jumping after these products, Ray already kind of mentioned this, that are uplines, the visionary leaders, they are doing this metabolic makeover together, which for me, I definitely am all about that accountability, and I'll stick to something if I know others are doing it with me. So if you are wanting to do this with us, which actually I think almost all of these people on the call already are in the Facebook group, which is great. But the key is, step one is to register for convention. We have some people going in person, and then some people have already purchased their virtual tickets. If you haven't yet, get your virtual ticket for $35. It is a steal because you're going to be able to get a lot of really great information. And I'll explain that on this next slide. There are two choices, well, actually, three choices. We have some of us in person, that's in the middle. But if you aren't able to make it in person, that's a little hard at this point. It's in like 2 weeks. You have either this essential virtual option for $35 or the premium watch party. The essential virtual, I'm totally pushing this choice because I think it's a really great value. And it's a really great value for us who don't have a lot of time. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't be watching hours of doTERRA, even though I want to, but my life doesn't lend itself well to that, then the virtual option is perfect. You get to have on our very first day, it's always new products. So you get to watch the new product reveal live. So that's available to you if you can watch it live, which we will find out the hours and kind of share with that with you when we can. And then you also get, this is like the coolest thing, you get this exclusive recap of each day of convention, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, these 30-minute like cliff notes where they cram in all the highlights in a half hour. And this half hour you can watch at any time that's available to you, whether it's 10 o'clock after your kids are sleeping, or if it's 5 in the morning because that's when you wake up and have quiet time. That's me. So it's available, those 30-minute blocks on demand, and it's available till October 8th. I looked that up today. So you have about a month to watch it, which is really nice. And then another bonus is you get to purchase the exclusive convention kit early. You get to order it in September, which is kind of the whole point of being part of this awesome group with the visionary leaders, is to start the metabolic reset with us in September. And of course, there's other great things that you can be a part of, like this Engage in Good, Move for a Cause. I'm not quite sure all the details of that, probably doing some hashtags on some posts and engaging in good in our community, which is always a great thing. So yes, the essential virtual ticket is a steal for all those things. And then if you want to go big with the premium watch party, you definitely can do that. You're going to have just access to the live presentations, these great Terra Talks. You can buy the convention kit early, and you have on-demand access to all the content. So if you do have that time to watch everything, then you can do that. And you also get an exclusive essential oil blend, which is probably the Heal blend. They always make a blend based on the convention of the year. So yes, that's all the information about the ticket, which I highly recommend you get. So then you can move on to step 2. If you get your ticket early and you want to do this metabolic reset with us, then like Ray was saying, you have to get, not have to, but it's recommended that you get these lab tests done, getting your blood tested, your fasting blood sugar, your blood pressure, your fasting insulin level, your waist measurement, and I'm not even going hemoglobin A1C, and then something else I can't see because my Zoom bar is there. But take a picture of this if you are in the group and you're kind of like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I don't know. Take a picture of it and contact your provider to see if you can get it done. I put an email out to Kaiser because I'm not sure if they will. Kaiser's kind of funky. Get me in, but I have to go see how they responded because I want to get mine done too. But yes, that's step 2. And then step 3 is to purchase the kit when you are able to in September, which we're purchasing our kit when we're there, or I think we can also ship it home if we don't want to pack it up. So I'm definitely going to do that. And you have access to 2 kits. So you could buy one for you and one for a friend, or you could buy one for yourself and you could split the other one up and sample the system to a few friends. So there's a couple different ways that you can make that work for you. And then the convention kit, this is the exciting part. It not only comes with all of the products we know about, but there are going to be, and I'm going to kind of skip ahead, there's some other products in the convention kit that we don't know yet. So that's going to be on the live access to the product reveal. We'll find that out, but I'm sure they'll put it in the recap for the day. And those are all the hidden products on this picture. So it's super exciting. It's like the best day. It's like, what's coming out? What's new in doTERRA? And they've already given us kind of a heads up that the kit's going to be $180 and it's going to be 150 PV, just so you kind of prepare for that. And then we also found out that the kit's going to be 46% off the wholesale savings. So we know whenever we purchase, we're getting stuff at the wholesale cost, and this is 46% wholesale savings. So we're getting a great deal with the bundle with this system in it, in addition to everything else. I do believe something I read, I was trying to read it like a few times, that the system alone is I think it's 150 alone. I have to double check. It was a little confusing on my group, but it sounds like this is a steal. So you're definitely going to want to get it. If you don't do the virtual ticket, it won't be available until October 1st. as a set. And then on November 1st, you can start to purchase these products individually, just a FYI. And so,
Kate,
yeah.
Kate, there's a question from Jennifer.
Oh, yeah.
Is it going to count towards our LRP?
Good question. So it does not. If you buy the kit in September, it counts for PV. So it'll be PV on your account. However, it does not count for your LRP. So we won't get our percentage from that. Yeah, good question. So that's why for me, I'm kind of thinking just strategically that I might have someone else on our team here purchase my kit for me when we go, so that I can put it in a spot on our team that I kind of need it a little bit more just strategically. So that's a little tricky. I wish it did, I really did, but at least it still counts for PV that will support us as well. Good question. Okay, so the next part is, and I think a lot of you have done this already, if you haven't joined the Visionary Leaders Metabolic Reset pre-study Facebook group, do it immediately. I think we have a link that I can actually put in the chat really quick. I'm gonna stop my share. It's on my slides. Just give me 1 second. If you haven't joined, please do. For some reason, it's having me like be admin when people from our group try to join the group. It lets me accept them on the Visionary Leaders group. It's kind of weird. But anyway, click away and join the group. Even if you're kind of on the fence about it, just join the group and you can look at some of the posts in there to see if you are interested in learning more and jumping in. I mean, why wouldn't you be? This is an incredible system. And it's just going to help us be successful with our own health so we can share that with others. So yes, and then my other little reminder I wanted to say is join the group and see if you can find one person, at least one person to do it with you, whether it's another one of your leaders on your team to get them jazzed about what's to come, and obviously the changes for their own health, and or maybe it's one of your customers, or it's maybe one of your buddies that just hasn't really gotten into the oils that this is going to really, really help them. And then you can have your own really close accountability buddy to be doing it with. So I randomly was texting one of my customers this weekend about the kids class, and she hopped on really late, and then I was just texting her, I'm glad you came on. And out of the, I was like, oh, I should just text her about this MetaPWR and the virtual convention. And after sharing with her a couple things, she was all geared to go to get her virtual ticket, and she's going to do the system. So I'm excited. I mean, if I didn't ask, she wouldn't have done it, even though I've already sent her the text about it earlier. If I didn't make that personal connection, she would not have done that at all. So just think about those people that you care about. You want them to do this with you, and you want to have them make a change. So that is my challenge to you. Find your one person to be side by side with you through this, and get that ticket and get your kit when it comes out. And yes, Ray, you're right. If you do wait till October, then it will count for your LRP. And good tip, yeah, maybe get one in September and the other in October. Yeah, there is some major excitement. They're trying to, ease our fears about it not getting sold out, but I would still be concerned because things are a little crazy. And yes, Bernice, that's right. You never know who's going to get excited about it. This is a whole new line that we haven't explored yet. So it's a whole new avenue for people to take their health seriously. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Are there any questions?
I wanted to also put a plug in for Save the Date for post-convention. So we haven't had one in a few years. So there's going to be a post-convention on October 8th, I think. 8th, right? October 8th. And it's on Oahu. I don't think there's going to be one on Maui, but who knows? You never know, but I don't think so. And it's so good to have to just go for the day. And right now, Hawaiian Air has these $39 flights. So it's kind of a good time to just book it. And yeah, and then you can the last time there was a post convention, they had all these samples and stuff. You know, they tried to replicate some of the fun things that they do at convention in a small way there. So anyway, October 8th, it's in Waikiki somewhere. And if you can't go, somebody on Oahu, like, think to yourself, who can benefit from this and go and learn on Oahu, and send them. Okay, I'm done now.
I was gonna say too, if you do get a virtual ticket, please let us know. And if someone on your team does, let us know, because we're actually creating some fun little like watch baggies from Kanoi Wellness that if your teammate is attending and you yourself are attending the virtual, that you will have something special from us to just have you be connected with us, because we're all going to be having a blast and learning at the same time, and we want to extend that feeling with all of you. So keep us updated on who actually does get a virtual ticket, so that they can feel like they are watching right alongside all of us. All right, well, thank you, and reach out anytime if you're like, wait, what was this about, or what's the link for this, or how do I get my ticket? We're here to help always. All right, oh, do we want to do the giveaway? All right, we actually have a surprise giveaway. We didn't announce this until the end, but who was doing the wheel? Did someone do the wheel?
I'm doing the wheel.
Perfect. Okay.
Hi. And then Ray has the gift, I think. Ray, you have the gift?
Yes, it is Kitana, a natural essential oil, personal aroma inspired by Madagascar for your aromatic pleasure.
Love it. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Can everybody see my screen? Okay. Let me know if I think I got everybody. That's Lisa. Lisa, that's you on the iPad. Hi. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you should take me off. I just came so late. No, just take my name off. Really?
No.
Oh
you
my
can
gosh. Yeah,
count
no.
it.
The other guys were here from the beginning. No, really. Oh, let's see first who gets it. If I get it, I'll tell you spin again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna spin. Ready? Here we go.
Go. Okay. Yay,
Congratulations, Les. Ray will connect with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jan. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night, and we will see you maybe at the virtual convention. No.
Kate, did you want to take a picture?
Oh, yes, thank you. See, I'm so out of my routine here. Okay, let's take a picture and let's get your screen on. Yay. Silly face, 1, 2, 3.
Lisa, move a little bit over for your camera. Little bit over.
Yay, and I get to see Joanne's face too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Perfect. All right, everybody, let's stay connected, and I'm looking forward to doing this with everybody too. All right, bye.
Bye.
We need that KHON like bye at the end.
The music. Okay, you can stop recording.
That's a great idea.